Hello, I'd like to welcome you to this video production of the Gwinnett County Public School eClass initiative as presented by Northbrook Middle School. My name is Eddie Barnes. I am the technology coordinator here at Northbrook, and the purpose of this video is to introduce you, our community, to the eClass initiative. We'll also describe how eClass is being used here at Northbrook, and we'll even detail some examples of how it can be very useful both to our parents and students within the Northbrook community. It is indeed our pleasure to present this to you, and we hope that you will find it very useful and beneficial. Indeed, we are very excited about the eClass initiative here at Northbrook. Although we are in the infancy stage, there are a lot of exciting things happening with eClass. But first, the question that I know many of you are asking is, what is eClass exactly? Well, eClass is Gwinnett County's digital content learning assessment and support system that's providing the district with an integrated learning management system, and it's used to enhance student engagement and also to enhance the learning process. Now, eClass is a multi-year initiative that's providing students and teachers with the digital tools they need to expand the walls of the classroom and also to foster collaboration and to nurture creativity. We are proud that eClass is a platform for our teachers and students to be able to communicate. And we also are proud of the fact that our parents are able to keep informed through the use of eClass using the student's account. All of us at some point have been inside of a classroom, but the question comes to mind, what does the classroom mean to you? And keep in mind that we're moving towards the eClass initiative in its full use, so considering what that means to both the educator, student, and the parents is very important, especially here at Northbrook. Give some consideration for the next few minutes to what eClass means to some of the stakeholders within certain communities.
The classroom for me is
The classroom for me is where I can get the extra help I need when I need it, and not just during school hours.
The classroom for me is where I'm involved in my learning.
where I don't just read about things that happen, I experience them.
The classroom for me is one where I can collaborate with other teachers.
Where I can make learning come alive and relevant for today's learners.
The classroom for me doesn't have walls. It's anywhere I can get online.
I just finished teaching a unit on fractions, and after the assessment, I can see that Mark is still struggling. I used to have to search through a number of different books, websites, and other resources to find additional activities for students like Mark. But now I can find additional interventions for students like Mark on fractions and send them to him directly. With a click of a button, he has extra access at home, at school, or anywhere.
The classroom for me is one where information about all of my students is available in one place.
Where I can work with other students to solve my problems.
The classroom for me is one that prepares me for college.
My classroom is not confined to this room. Technology takes us outside of these walls. We may listen to a college lecture, visit a rainforest to study acid rain, or take a virtual tour inside a plant cell. Students get to experience all this firsthand instead of just reading about it or watching a video. And my students don't just collaborate with each other, they're able to interact with students around the world. Technology helps me teach them to think for themselves, so they're ready for the next level.
The classroom for me is one that challenges me.
Where my students and I work together and learn together.
Where I easily access resources to help my students.
Where I can challenge myself.
Where I can meet the needs of all my students.
This class is studying Europe right now, and the students are working collaboratively to draft legislation that will increase trade activity for European countries. In order to do that, they're researching the government, the European economy, and the geographic advantages and obstacles to trade by taking virtual field trips to key cities in Europe. The students have even connected with a local resident to learn about life in Europe. They're using these different resources outside of class to collaborate and bring the study of Europe to life.
The classroom for me is eClass.
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 The classroom for me
Is eClass.
Okay, great. Now we know what eClass means, but how do we get there? How can students and parents access the teacher web pages within eClass? First, go to your preferred web browser and type in the URL www.gwinnett.k12.ga.us. Once you get to the landing page there, you're going to go over to the My eClass button and click on it. From here, students will be able to log into the My eClass portal using the same username and password that they use to log onto the computers here at school. Parents were also provided a copy of this information via their students during curriculum night at the school. If not, simply ask the student and you'll be able to access the same information. Immediately once you're logged in, you'll see to the left side of the landing page the digital textbooks that are available for the students' courses. Over on the right, there will be 3 buttons, one for Media Catalog, one for Online Research Library, and one for My eClass course pages. The last button is the one that you'll click on in order to access the teacher web pages. The very next page you'll see will be the Northbrook Middle School landing page on eClass. From here, the students are able to select which course they're looking for. At the top, there will be a drop-down menu that says Northbrook Middle. On the right, there is the drop-down arrow for the students to click on to select the course they're looking for. From this menu, all the courses in which the student is enrolled will show on this drop-down menu. Select the course that you want to view, and you'll be taken to that particular teacher's course landing page for that subject. Now that you know how to get to the teacher pages in eClass, this will be a good time to look at some of the features of the My eClass course pages. Here's an example of what an actual course landing page looks like. Notice that the name of the class or the course is here. There's also a calendar tool in which upcoming events are listed as the teacher posts them, and also news events in the news tool, certain things that the teacher wants or thinks they're important for the students to know. There are also important links in the menu at top. The ones that are important for the students at this point would be the locker, also Dropbox, and discussions. More on those to come. A very important tool that you'll want to know how to get to and use is the calendar tool. If you're in a teacher's course landing page, look over to the left at the top and you'll see the calendar tool there. Notice that there is a drop down arrow next to the word calendar. If you click on that, it gives you more options for the calendar. Simply click on that word calendar and you'll be in the calendar tool. You're going to see a variety of colors on the calendar tool. Each course that the student is enrolled in will be color coded. Notice that you can also click on the All Calendars drop-down menu that's right here, and you can filter out the courses that you want to see. And notice that the courses that the students are enrolled in will show listed here by the color code, and that's the color they'll see on the calendar. Notice also that if you hover over the color-coded tabs, you're able to see course and event information there. You do have options. You can look at the day, week, month view, simply clicking on those buttons at the top to change the view. Right here we have the month view. And also hovering over certain links or certain tabs here will give you more information, and you can also click the More tab for even more information. The locker tool is also something that you'll want to be very familiar with. The locker is a very useful tool for students. Let's suppose you have some information or a file that you've created in class and you want to save it so that you can work on it at home. Or perhaps you save something at home and you need to be able to work on it more at school. Simply click on that locker menu list item, and it'll bring you up to the Upload Files tab. Here you can upload whatever it is that you're working on that you've saved already on your computer or some other place, and it'll give you the option to open that particular file. Once you open it, you can save it, and it'll be saved in your locker for future use. Another very useful tool within eClass is the content browser. From the teacher's landing page, you'll want to scroll down. There you'll find the content browser tool. If you click on content browser, and it'll open up the content for that particular course. Notice that the table of contents starts here on the left side. Within this contents page, notice that the various modules that have been created by the teacher are displayed here on the left. You click on the module of your choice, and it will populate here on the right hand side in the pane window. And of course, clicking on the various activities will allow you to see the content that's being presented within the classroom. Another important way in which teachers are facilitating collaboration by eClass is the discussion tool. Once the student clicks on the discussion link, they're able to go into whatever discussion that the teacher has created for them, such as this one concerning math homework. Notice that a student created a particular thread based on a question that the teacher asked or gave them, and they were able to facilitate their own thread or their own question and allow others to be able to respond to those questions, including the teacher. This is a great tool in eClass, and it will find it very, very useful for collaboration. Teachers may also decide to use the Dropbox tool within eClass. Once the teacher has posted the instructions for the assignment, student would simply click the link for that particular assignment. They would upload, type, paste, or record whatever work they have for that particular assignment, and simply scroll down and click submit. One final thing I'll show you is how to set up the notifications feature in eClass course pages. This is a great feature to allow parents to keep informed via the student's account of any changes that are made to various course components such as classroom assessments, discussions, Dropbox, news, tools, and so forth. To set up this feature, simply go to the upper right hand corner where you see the student's name, click the drop down arrow, and look for the Notifications tab. After clicking that, look for the contact methods. Would you like to be able to get information via email or through a mobile telephone? Select your preferred method of contact via email or through your cell phone. I'll set up my notifications for email. Type in your email address here and click Save. Your saved email address will appear here. If you scroll down, the instant notifications can be selected from this list. If I want to be emailed anytime there is a news update, I'll simply click on that item, and then I'll go down to the bottom and click Save. I know that was a lot on eClass. If you think you won't remember, no worries. We got help for you. Simply go to our webpage, northbrookms.org. From our landing page, go to the More tab, scroll down to Helpful Hints and Tips. On this page, you'll find some helpful hints and tips to be able to do some of the things that we just did. And always, feel free to contact the tech team here at Northbrook for help with any technology issues you may have. Thanks, guys.